your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Let me tell you something, brother.
That's all I wanted to do my whole life is...
Brother.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, now we are.
Don't tell that story you just told.
No, that's for definitely... I got a couple beauties.
That one is a winner that I'm
Off
trying
my-
to figure out how to use to my advantage.
In case you don't know how to read your own phone, this is Frank Caliendo. I love you, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, man, I'd reach across, but I don't want to ruin the microphone for Mateo because he came over here and fixed it.
He's a persnickety old hand.
Yeah, what a treat. I went Harland Williams. Hey, buddy.
Hi,
What
buddy.
a little treat there, my
fucking
friend.
Brilliant. It's hard to talk.
I can't do the dolphin thing, but I can kind of...
It's hard to talk to Harlan.
Hey,
I kind
buddy.
of tapped out.
Yeah, because he goes into his own planet, and you're not always invited. So
So ask me how I'm doing.
How you doing?
I'm okay. You want to come up to the apartment? I got Peggy Sue got married on DVD. We'll put a canoe in the toilet. You're like, all right.
So I'm going to see Harlan later. This is how I do Harlan. I just look around the room like Unusual Suspects, and I just, hey there with the plant behind you going with those glasses on, and the guy there with the big teeth that look like Stonehenge. I bet the dentist appointment costs a bit of money over there. Hey, Mateo. Nice to see you, buddy, with the air controller now in front of you. That's a great job there, my friend.
That fucking chipmunk
Just look
noise
around
makes me so happy.
and see stuff. That container over there, it's not a shipping container. It's full of old VHSs.
That's what ruined Will Ferrell for me, was somebody pointed out he's just saying what's happening. His tell is, I am sitting here in a chair next to Joe. And you're like,
But
wait
he
a minute.
doesn't say it to anybody. He says it to the universe, right? That's the thing, is he's not talking at anybody. He's talking at the world. And that's a Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, the genius of Will Ferrell, to me as well. I'm sorry I cut you off because you were in the middle of the story.
No,
but
you're the guest.
I feel like I've taken over. Yeah. Hakuna potato. That's the thing about Will Ferrell. And I forgot what it was, the thing. I forgot the thing that was the thing about Will Ferrell.
He literally forgot
to
what
the
he was...
universe.
Yeah.
He speaks
Well, no,
to the
it was
universe.
he will do something. He'll repeat it. Brian Regan can do this too. There are a few people gonna go over here now. Gonna
Okay.
go to the left side of the stage. Gonna go left side. Gonna here donut
That's almost
lady.
Chris Matthews.
I didn't even think of that. Okay, but there's that. There's the aside with Brian. Oh, okay, do you see this guy over here? He's looking at the donuts. All right, the guy looking at the donuts. Gonna donut lady. But they can repeat stuff where and they have the confidence where it starts out kind of funny. It stops being funny, and then it becomes hilarious to the point where you start repeating what they say.
I saw Dane do that at the Laugh Factory without words. It was when I knew I was being lapped by my fellows. Dane did a bit about his mom making the bed in the summertime, and he said it was all humid, so that sheet would just stay in the air for like an hour, and he went, whoo, and he just stood on stage holding the sheet. The laughter stopped, and he never moved. And I could see my childhood bedroom. I could see the window. I saw my friends in the backyard. There was a fan. And then it just came. He stood there so long with that fucking sheet, the balls it took. And what I was going to say to you was, everybody has a tell. Like Joe's, as he pretends he doesn't know anything. Joe, everyone has a tell.
What's your point of view?
Yeah, but guys like you, and I think guys like me doing impressions and always coming up with content, is that our way of outrunning the tell?
Well, my tell is, I think the tell is I will go to the impression to save it, right? It can call anything back with an impression somebody knows. My whole act is setting up a reality to be able to call the character and the point of view back. So if I want to have something explained, it started out with John Madden explaining things. So, you did this over here and you did that over there, and then boom, I mean, that's where the joke is. And then when Madden was gone, I was like, well, what am I going to use now? I started narrating the jokes as Morgan Freeman. And that's when he realized he had no punchline for this joke.
Yeah, that's your out.
And so it's always, a lot of time, and I would go to different things, and I still do it. It's part of, and I've told this to Patrick, who's been working on me with writing new stuff. is I don't want to bail myself out all the time with just another impression. That's the thing. It's just so easy for me because it's already set up in the act. And then to go back to it, what I'd rather do is create that with family characters and stuff like that. People who are like, what I don't know if people always realize this, but a lot of times a character is an impression of somebody nobody else knows. So you already have the point of view of your uncle in your head. Like my uncle, for some reason, Italian in Chicago, that's as much as I can tell you, right? But he would get angry.
But that's all you need to tell me.
Right. But that's but
I'm gonna go wherever you want.
But
now.
Everything you're thinking was him.
Yeah.
And he had a restaurant be like, you can't get cheese in Chicago. We're not going to meat. I'm like, why are you angry about this? And why can't anybody get cheese? What is Frankie? I can't tell you what's going on here, but when I was with Sinatra, wait a second, you're with Sinatra? What are you talking about? We were in Vegas.
It was fantastic.
He's incredible, fantastic. It's phenomenal.
Fantastic.
That's a Chicago.
Make sure I put the car back on the track word for Chicago. That's fantastic. Fantastic.
My aunt will always go, phenomenal. It's phenomenal. This cheese, your uncle's cheese, is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's
and
so
Boston
good.
is phenomenal.
I was almost going Jim Rome. Phenomenal.
That is great. That does not suck.
Incredible.
Frank Caliendo is my guest. Frank, were you born with it or did you grind to get it? Fucking Jim, you're the best.
How great is that? He doesn't like me at all.
He doesn't like me either. I took his job.
Oh, yeah.
I took over for him. Well, I didn't take his job. He moved. That sounded shitty. He moved to CBS, and they needed somebody to take his place, and I just went in hard. Like, no, when those opportunities pop up, you're like, oh no, this is going. You don't understand. I'm going to do this. Guy across from me that determines my future. Right. You're just the speed bump. It's happening. Right. So I came up with like the show format and the thing, and then on the way out the door, to separate yourself from. Maybe the other guy rubs the bosses the wrong way for a long time. So you take shots at that guy. And I regret doing that. Like I would take shots at Jim to make myself closer to my bosses who had it with Jim.
Right.
So it's like, this show's not like that show. That show. And in hindsight, in full honesty, the Jim Rome show, being a guest and guest hosting the Jim Rome radio show, sold me more tickets than every single movie combined. Wasn't even close.
No, that show, I used to listen to that show as driving around doing colleges in the late 90s.
It was on every city, no
everywhere,
matter where you were.
Everywhere.
You ever listen?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Joe,
but there was
that is great.
That was before you could just listen to anything you wanted on demand in your car. So AM stations would just carry further. You'd be in Virginia and you could get the Jim Rome show.
Greetings.
Incredible. How great is this? Take a look at the fish wrap and see what's coming on.
That is great.
Nice job.
Tremendous.
Dear Jim. He would get a fax. We have a fax. And instead of
T-Raj, hit me with another fax.
It was a brilliant concept. So he didn't have to say the bad stuff. It would always be a fax from the guest. Or not the guest. It would be fax from a fan who would say, Dear Jim, I'm having trouble trying to find my best knife. Signed, Orenthal.
Okay,
so
we are not saying
we are not sending the. We are not doing this.
So let me just nip that in the bud, clones. Less of you, more of me. We are
So
not going to make personal appearance smack. Don't write me, oh Rosie, oh fat. I don't want to hear about Christy Alley eating donuts.
Then he would get
I don't want to hear
everything.
about Billy Joel driving into houses. I don't want to hear it. Let's go to the next
You
one.
had to be a big shot, did ya? Come on. What is going on here? Ridiculous. It's still rock and roll. to me.
Very bad form.
So
Clones, I expected more of you, and that is on me.
And that is a brilliant. That's what you're talking about. That's how you set things up. So he had the thing where he was the good guy. He was good cop, and the faxers were the bad cop. But he was probably both, right? I mean, they're letting everybody through.
Yeah.
Nobody had to get. You have to get the fax.
All right.
You have to grab it, read it.
I guest hosted, and I was laughing at when Tyrone Wheatley, running back for the Giants, you're a Giants guy.
Yeah.
When it said Tyrone Wheatley out, parentheses, buttocks. And I'm like, that's so funny. They always put like your injury in parentheses. And then the emails, the text, and the faxes came in. Oh, this is great. Ray Coombs out, parentheses, noose. And I was like, and then I just did what he did. I'm like, we can't read. Ralphie May, doubtful flight of stairs. Ray Coombs, out, parentheses, noose. Dexter Manley, probable, books. I almost just didn't swear because I thought I was on the radio. Did you see me? That was Frank. Usually I have a notebook and I write out all these questions. I hope you don't, you're going to downplay it. You are such a talent to me that any question I wrote would have been insincere. Like, what was it like growing up? Blah, blah, blah. I can't wrap my head around the magnitude of you.
I don't know why you have that blown out of proportion, because I think you keep telling me how great I am at these impressions. And see, the thing that I think I've been good at is marketing them as almost to a fault, to the point where I've pigeonholed myself. That's what people look for from me. And I tried to get away from that for a while, and then realized nobody cares. But it was one of those things where I'd get cast on something, or not cast, but asked to do a guest spot, and they rewrite the guest spot as though I'm Rich Little on The Love Boat. All of a sudden, they rewrite the bit, and now all of a sudden it's Morgan Freeman, and that's why Valerie Bertinelli wasn't going to make it to the table that day.
Good old Valerie.
Everybody any situation that arises in the show, it's going to be go to an impression. Like, can I just create a little character? I'm like, well, we got way better people for that. So you just come on and be your jukebox. I did it for some friends, but I was like, that's all I'm doing all the time. And it's the same impressions, right? So it's like,
yeah, but the same impressions. There's 60.
Well, the big ones were
we didn't even get to the cast of Seinfeld, and that was your big
What
closer.
do you want from me? What do you want from me?
That was your big closer.
I made a Pop-Tart movie. A movie about Pop-Tarts. Who could do that? Just wanted everybody from Seinfeld. Now, you can't do it, Jerry. No Pop-Tart movie. Kramer shows up. Hey, Jerry, I heard you're making a Pop-Tart movie. Huh? You should have done one about breakfast cereals. We could have done Rice Krispies. You'd be snap, crackling, pop. Yeah! Pour some more milk, huh? Ooh. One of the things about Michael Rich is people talk about the Kramer
hold
person.
on a second. Yeah. By the way, I believe that's the first applause break in the history of the podcast.
And I assisted it. I went in because I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be out of it. But the little fat kid in me was like, I can be a part of this.
You have excellent posture.
I'm really working on it because my neck is so thick that I'm trying to stay up. And I've been working with a trainer who tells me everything that's wrong. So if I tend to slouch a lot, and there's just so much neck.
They say.
Is that what it is?
That's what they say. People that stand like this, they're protecting their heart. The listeners are like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Go back to the impression. Sorry.
Dance. You said you wanted to talk Adam Sandler. That was one of the things. By the way,
yeah.
there it is.
Why are you doing me to me?
What are we doing?
Shut up.
What are we doing right now? We go into
This
the
is a
multiverse.
song I wrote about my feet. Hello, feet. It's me. I love you very much.
You got to rhyme it.
And
That's
put
the
you in
problem. You
shoes.
didn't rhyme it. And then here's the thing. I've heard your Pacino recently. I don't know if your Pacino's always been this good.
It's hit a high water mark now.
And I'll tell you why I think it's so good.
I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, it's the rumble.
Well, there's a syllabate S that affects everything.
There it is. I know what you're talking about.
I fucking love
Where's that jackass Jay Mohr?
Is that how he met you?
more around? Jay Mohr still here?
See, there it is.
You got to look around. Talk about Harland Williams. Can you imagine Al doing crowd work? Who are you? What's your story, Morning Glory?
Hey, you in the blue shirt. Nice choice.
Is that your wife? Oh, I guess we all have our cross to bear.
He wanted to be a stand-up comic.
I
I think it was you on the set of MADtv who told me that, because you were.
Yeah, he said, me and my friends used to always do sketches. You're a sketch guy. And, they got those shooting galleries at the carnival where you shoot the targets, the bottle will fall down. There's always a bear in the corner. There's always a big bear. He's got a little bullseye on his paws. We had a sketch where we keep shooting the bear, and the bear chases us out of the shooting gallery. Chases us down the street. Next thing you know, he's sitting at the dining room table. He just becomes a part of the family. I'm like, that's actually a brilliant sketch. The bear's like, ding, ding. All right, already. Just chasing. That's funny.
Yeah, I just see Pacino so serious.
Well,
and then but he could do like that Will Ferrell, play it so serious that it becomes funny, like a Naked Gun type of thing, like Leslie Leslie Nielsen and now Liam Neeson doing Don't Call Me Shirley. You know, that. But the Pacino, my take on Pacino has always been that he's amazed by it. In acting, they teach you.
He is amazed. But he is amazed by everything in real life.
Right, but they teach you in acting, be curious, right? But he's just so curious that it's unbelievable. He's like something that's totally obvious to him, like,
Wait a second. You're telling me you flip a switch over here and the light goes on over there? Whoa!
How is that possible?
This is sorcery! Have you seen Harry Potter? Do they have a spell for that, Jay? What's going on here, Joe? Do you even talk in this podcast? I understand who you are. I understand what you're doing. I understand I have to have a speech in every single thing I do, and I just did it.
This episode of More Stories is brought to you by HelloFresh. You may have heard of HelloFresh.
I have.
They send chef-frantic recipes.
So good.
Let me tell you something.
Send it now. Get through it, or you're not going to get paid, Jay.
Great steak and seafood recipes, Al.
Incredible.
And Robin Williams, more than anybody, would really enjoy the tilapia tacos with spicy cabbage.
Tilapia tacos. Who knew? Alliteration. Almost said alliteration. Alliteration. That's climbing up the ladder to get to where you want to be. And I just did through that sentence. What an amazing thing. It's time to go serious. Jay, why are we doing this? I don't know.
Oh, my
Who am I
gosh.
talking to? Oh, hello.
I use HelloFresh. Let me tell you, you know what? What do you talk about when you're having dinner with your wife? Nothing. You just kind of stare at each other. We make these recipes from HelloFresh. Next thing you know, you're sitting around talking about how great it is. You finally have a reason to talk to your wife across the I've only been married 2 years. The fire's already out, Joe. Just kidding.
Listen, I probably talk about the team. That's what I do. Good job.
Hey,
Okay.
oh, Lakers.
Oh,
Well,
what
yes,
amazing.
purple and gold. That's a brave choice, Dr. Buss.
Oh, both regal, huh? It's like, it's regal and it's like, help me. Stop it right here. Okay.
Oh, my God. Frank Caliendo's a genius, and he uses HelloFresh. HelloFresh.com/morestories10FM. You're going to get 10 free meals and a free item for life. Now, I don't know what that item is, but anything I can keep until I die. Maybe you die tomorrow.
That's the moment I love.
You hit
Maybe you
two
die
different
tomorrow.
notes.
Who knows? Maybe
Don't
it
know.
expires like a human being.
Try.
As Vin Scully said, I guess we're all day to day. 91% of customers said they feel healthier eating with HelloFresh. HelloFresh.com. Yeah. /more stories 10FM and get 10 free meals. You could do whatever you want with them. You could rub them all over your body. I don't really give a shit. You doing Jon Gruden for Gruden gives me the heebie-jeebies in a great way. When Craig Gass did his Pacino to me, he got a weird look in his eye that spooked me out. Like he hits the table. That's how he gets into it. And he looks, and he used to really like kind of scare me because he went somewhere.
Right.
But you doing Gruden, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube right now and watch this. More stories. And hit subscribe while you're there. I do a lot of fucking favors for you, don't I? I do a lot of fucking favors for you, Henry. A fucking Jew broad in this day and age. British gets Italians. Joe's Italian. We sit with Joe all day.
Very nice, Joe. You're doing a nice job over there.
But stop beating me, fat fuck. You like a fucking nut.
Settle down. You said you like my S's. You said you like my S's.
Yes.
You like my SJ? You like
you
my
get
S?
that?
How about my SJ? Do you like my S?
No, go back to De Niro.
Hey, I'm right here.
How do you get that S? Cause you I don't,
S. This S right here. That's just it. It's just part of it.
is this sorcery say?
It's sorcery. It's a different. It's S for Pacino's up front. It's kind of in the back. So if the mouth goes down, you got to turn sideways. Tilt. You got to tilt your head. You tilt your head, right? And then you make the S's.
What the fuck are we talking about? Turning head sideways.
Sounds like S's.
Joe, great career move. Get on the podcast and zip it.
Well, I was going back a little bit.
This is the best time I've ever had in my life.
Sandler
Yelling, Santa, oh yeah! Bring it down. It's Pacino.
they're in the same, right? And sometimes
also Kramer.
yeah, well, that you lighten it up. You got to just hit in here.
Pacino's down. You got to hit in there.
Oh, well, yeah. Tell me about it.
Jay.
Big eyes.
Big eyes and see nothing. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Scent of a woman. I was just running my lines. They gave me an Oscar. Who the hell's Chris O'Donnell? Didn't we all audition to be the man that helps the man? Why didn't you play Charlie, Joe? You would have been great, I'm sure. When you met Gruden, by the way, Gruden, do you think he's going to coach again, Joe? He has to.
I don't think so. I think
It'll be like Wake Forest or something.
Yeah, exactly. He'll coach in college or something.
I mean, he's everywhere now, though, man. He's huge on the internet. He's massive. I'm going to see him next week.
Yeah?
All right, actually this week. I'm going to see him this coming
His
week.
QB camp stuff
The
makes
best.
me so happy with
Tell you, the spider 2 Y banana. Nobody even cared about what those things were, man. And it's tremendous. I really love what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got. There's a.
When you draw that up for me.
You should draw that up for me, Jay. You ever write down a plan?
He always tries to catch me because I don't know. I obviously don't know anywhere near as much football as he does. Right? Not even close.
You think?
No, yeah. And
How'd you go? Let me check my chart.
yeah. No. But he's like.
Oh yeah, 100-0. You're right.
He one time told me what who the primary was in Spider 2Y Banana, the fullback.
It's the fullback, man.
Don't you ever forget that. And he forgets that he told me that. So he's talking about.
You ever know what spider 2 Y banana is, Frank Caliendo? You know what that is, man?
Okay, I know what it is. It's the Spider 2 is the formation.
It's protection. Same thing, though. Okay, go on.
And then Y banana is the Y receiver runs a banana route.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I'm like you told me.
You told me
when
2
I
days
first
ago.
met Gruden, I've told the story before, but he was ESPN. I went over to ESPN from Fox. They let me go at Fox, and then I go over to ESPN and they're like, "Can you do any people from ESPN?" I was like, "I don't know if there's really anybody to do." And then I started watching ESPN.
Maybe
more
the
closely.
voiceover guy.
Yeah, right.
Brought to you by Smirnoff Ice.
It's like, how did that guy get a VO job and keep it for
30 years. Pardon the interruption. Brought to you by.
Brought you by.
But and then there was Stephen A. Smith.
I understand where you're coming from with some of these things.
And I saw Stephen A. Smith. There was a time where he was off the air. He went over to Fox for a little bit. He comes off the elevator when I'm there. He's like, "Mr. Caliendo, do me a favor. Don't ever do me." And he was half joking, but he likes it now. But so Gruden, he was known as just who he was, Chucky, right? He does that. He is. Part of the thing is he wants to be a comedian too. Like he wants to do that stuff. I call him the rooster because he walks in, he's like takes over the room, cock-a-doodle-doo kind of thing. So it's in New Orleans.
Crazy.
It's at the Super Bowl. He's got a coffee. He's just sitting there, and I've never done the impression in front of him, and the ESPN execs all gather around because they know I'm going to go talk to him, and he looks at me, he sees me coming. It's like. It's kind of like he's doing karaoke. He's following the bouncing ball. He's getting like right here. So he's learning, and I go and I get in tune with him. It's like harmonics or something. We're both nodding at the same time.
Now, had you done it already?
I had never done it for him. I'm walking up to him.
You've done
I
it,
did it
though.
once on ESPN.
Okay.
But he wasn't there. And I walk in, and
He's like, "So, you're the guy who does me, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you figure that one out, Einstein?" He's like, "Where are you from?"
and I looked up where he was from. So I said that.
I was like, "Sandusky, Ohio." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "No."
I'm like, no. He's like, good, because
You were blowing my mind, man. That would have been a lot better if I could have gotten through the story without stuttering a couple times, huh? That would have been way better.
And that's
Roller
when they
coaster capital of the world.
Sandusky,
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah. Tess was from there, from season 1 of Last Comic Standing. Most podcasts have water for the guests. Not here.
I have glasses.
I have a question
He
about
don't need glasses. He
Gruden
drinks
and,
right out of the bottle.
the Gruden impression and the Barkley impression. I
Yours-
feel
yours
like
great,
everybody's doing an impression of your impressions.
That's terrible.
That's really, really bad. A lot of people, knuckleheads.
Yeah, I think you find something and then everybody. That's the tough thing with impressions is once it's unlocked and now nobody knows who owns anything. It used to be if you were the person who did it first on TV, it was kind of yours. Now nobody knows who's got anything. Nobody knows who's. And I've had people tell me that I'm copying somebody doing John Madden. I'm like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And listen, you know how long I tried to get away from that? But yeah, and then now I'm fighting like, no, that's me. I did it. So
What was it like doing Madden, just staying as Madden on Letterman? That was insane.
that was crazy because they pitched, they never told. So I go on Letterman. I'm the first guest. I'm the lead guest over Ben Stiller when he's in his prime. I'm the lead, not Frank Caliendo. John Madden is the guest, the lead guest. They never, it's on TiVo at the time. All the listings, TV Guide channel have John Madden as the guest. I come out, I'm about half as tall as John. I'm 5'6", Madden probably 6'3" or something like that.
Big guy.
But I come out there and I'm just pretending to be Madden. Letterman never breaks it. So I'm just John Madden on there.
You don't think he was in on it?
Who?
Letterman.
No, Letterman. It was Letterman's plan. It was Letterman. The audience, he doesn't break it. So
John Madden, Paul.
Yeah. John Madden. John, you describing things? Paul, do you like when he describes things? Yeah, Dave, it's amazing. Paul's drunk again, kids. Do the math. You go to Paul when you're not sure what to say. He says something. He might still be high from the day before, and then boom. It still gets a laugh, Dave.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it was that was surreal because I walked off, and then Ben Stiller's like, "What just happened? What? Why am I?"
I got bumped for an impression.
What? It's not even the real guy. So,
the impressions. I think what really molded me was the original Ben Stiller show before Fox that was on MTV.
Yes.
It was just him and Jeff Kahn. And they would do impression, like a meta impression. Like they would do Dog Day Afternoon, but on Star Trek, in Star Trek makeup and wardrobe. Or they would do Rain Man on Star Trek.
Right.
And it was only the two of them. And so like my SNL audition, I did Raging Bull, but if they were Batman and Robin, like just it opened the door for me to be absurd. And I don't know if people realize the genius of that Ben Stiller.
That show is incredible.
And Jeff Kahn, I don't even know what happened to him, but that show was insane. Before Fox with Andy
Dick.
Just want to hear you say Dick again. And Jimmy
So hot,
Garoppolo. So hot, Joe. You're a hot piece of ass. You remember the show?
Yeah,
and I just remember him as Shatner. And they had Jeff Kahn in a chicken suit, and they were doing like bad karate. He goes, "Is this what you want? The chicken man half dead?" It was so stupid.
I remember them walking like at like the interstitials too, in between to go to commercials. They were like walking on a railroad or something, and they were like little. It was filmed, so it looked different than everything else that was on TV. It was high end. It was much higher thinking than anything you saw.
They did Rattle and Hum. They remade Rattle and Hum, and he was. Ben Stiller was himself directing Ben Stiller as Bono. And then John O'Donohue comes out as the cop. And Bono's like on the roof, "They're trying to shut us down." And he goes, "Who are you talking to? There's nobody down there. There's nobody down there. Who are you talking to?" And he goes to hug him. He goes, "Whoa, son, don't put your hands on a police officer." And John O'Donohue wound up playing my father and the groomsman. And it's like, all I wanted to know was like about these sketches he got to be in on that show. God.
Yeah, they would go for it and do different stuff. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's so hard to. You could do that on the internet now. That was why that show is so far ahead of its time. It would do what they thought was funny and what they really liked, as opposed to stuff that would test okay. And it's why it didn't last, probably.
Yeah, they were left alone.
But you could do that type of stuff now because the audience will pass you around to people who in algorithms, and it will get when we started doing comedy, TV or stand-up, you had to do comedy that was for everybody.
Yeah.
You had to get up. Now you can do niche comedy, and then everybody will share it with like-minded or people who share that common experience or love that genre, whatever you're doing. I have like a couple impressions that will work okay on the internet, but I have no place for them in an act. What's it called? The Slippin' Jimmy. I can't think of it. Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. Better Call
Odenkirk?
But yeah, well, Better Call Saul. But the show. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. So there's like that. I can do that impression at times, but it's one of those where do I put it in?
Yeah.
Maybe just do interstitials in my own act. But it's not broad enough that I could throw it into a live show.
Maybe now with Nobody, the movie and the sequel.
Yeah, but I can. It's more just that character. It's not even the impression of him. It's just that, and that's all I can say.
Oh, it's just exposition.
Did you know that you have rights? That's all I can do, and I can do the Bob Odenkirk laugh. That's
you ever met Bob Odenkirk?
No.
You've never met a more unlikely action hero. He's like this nerdy improv guy. It's Mr. Show, like he's a genius. And then all of a sudden you go to the movies one day and there's a trailer and you're like, wait, that's Bob Odenkirk punching out gangsters? Like, this is insane.
I was I did a show, an appearance. This was a brilliant sketch for me. I thought it was hilarious. That's the kind of stuff I love. But it was for a show called Birthday Boys. There's a sketch troupe called Birthday Boys. And it was on IFC, Independent Film Channel. And Odenkirk directed it. And Ben Stiller plays a Robin Williams Dead Poets Society type of teacher. But he's supposed to be teaching the kids the Diary of Anne Frank. And he's teaching them the Diary of Frank Caliendo, an autobiography by Frank Caliendo. And then it's just Ben Stiller asking me to do stuff. He's like, do Adam Sandler at his grandmother's funeral. Grandma, what happened to you? And Stiller broke up. And I was like, I don't know if I ruined the take or what, but I was like, I just made Ben Stiller laugh. I'm leaving. I just started walking out. They're like, where are you going? I'm like, I've done it. I've done enough.
That's a big welcome to show business moment, I bet, when you're making Ben Stiller laugh.
That was cool. I mean, it was one of those things. I mean, I was listening to you talking to Kevin Pollak too, and the Tom Cruise stuff. That was a moment for me at the Tonight Show, because I've never been in a movie with him like you guys have. But I was at the Tonight Show, and I was in the green room. And I said the word Scientology 3 times. And the agent's like, don't. And then Tom appeared out of nowhere like Candyman. I was like, Scientology. They're like, don't. And there he was. And I turn around and Tom Cruise looks at me and goes, you are a very funny man. And I was like, and you complete me? What am I supposed to say? I don't know. But it was a moment that I realized that he could just be conjured and he would show up at the right place.
Do it, Joe. Say it.
Scientology.
You ruin everything.
But it was.
Thought we were gonna get a little Tom Cruise.
Well, when you had your residency in Vegas, how long did you do that?
I think 1.5 years.
And you flew back and forth?
A bunch. Yeah, from Phoenix. I was in Tempe, lived in Phoenix. I didn't want to live in Vegas. I had little kids.
Yeah.
So I was going back a bunch to be with my kids, bring them to school and back and stuff like that. That wasn't really the smartest thing.
What hotel was it at?
It was the Monte Carlo, which doesn't exist anymore.
The Holiday Inn.
It's
Express.
It's MGM, Park MGM now is what it is. But I was the late show. It was a weird thing where Lance Burton was like 9 or 10 at the beginning, because Lance Burton was doing a 7:00 magic show. Lance Burton is like, people don't realize that he's other than maybe Copperfield, he's the highest grossing magician of all time. I mean, he's made.
And they just stand next to magic now. It's not like sleight of hand. A curtain comes down, curtain goes up, and they just point to what was behind, like, huh? Look what I did.
I mean, even
though I was standing over here the whole time.
He would come out of the chandelier that was the whole, and he's out of breath. Like, as he got older, he wasn't in the shape that he was early on. So you knew he had to get there, but there was just, you obviously know it's not magic. How's he pulling this stuff off? But there's mechanism. They didn't want us to see any of it at the beginning. Like, how are they pulling this stuff off? But it was. That magic and music are things that work in Vegas. Comedy is very rarely has it worked in Vegas unless you're a giant name, the Seinfelds or something like that playing.
Where Carrot Top, it's visual, so no matter what language you speak.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's why Cirque shows and stuff like that.
Cirque is Cirque du Soleil, Joe. Mm-hmm. Would you go get us some waters, please?
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah.
Elway's going to go. How do you know where you're going? Who is this fucking guy? Look at him. He's got a mouth like an ex-baseball commissioner. Was the allure of that? I've always heard that's the biggest payout.
Money, yeah. It was great. It was a great deal for me.
Yeah. Did you get depressed?
No, because I was going back and forth and stuff like that. So I was.
It was 14-minute flight?
Yeah, 38 minutes.
It's my kind of flight, Joe.
Say
something. He's here. He's a fucking human being. Talk to him.
It was. I don't know. I had a band behind me, and I would kind of make fun of Vegas shows. So I would break into song with weird things that didn't really make sense. It'd be, Pacino singing.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all in cars. Talking about pop music. Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? It's crazy.
Yeah. So
when you get the residency, do you go to them with, this is what I would like to do? Or do they give you the residency, you just do 45 minutes of stand-up and you go, actually, I'm going to take it up a notch, and then you build it from that?
No, yeah, I didn't know what it was going to be. And it was just, the money kept going up that they wanted me to do it, where I was like, I don't
You kept saying no.
I was like, I don't know.
The power of no.
Yeah, man, it's unbelievable.
Once you say no to something, you make them crazy.
There is one word that is so powerful in the entire English language.
And that word is lunch. Katz, wake up.
Did you say lunch?
I was on the beach with Barry. So
do people know who Barry Katz is?
Yeah, he's been on, and he's been on back in the day. He was on like 5 times. Our co-manager back in the day, our manager back in the day, Barry Katz. That's who we're doing. He's got a podcast, Industry Standard, that I love, and you can know that we're perfect. Just know that we're perfect. I was on the beach with Katz, and you gotta have to watch YouTube and hit subscribe. I do a lot of favors. I did that already. We're on the beach in Manhattan Beach. It's like 92, and we're laying on the beach. It's summertime, and he never wears sunscreen. And I'm staring at his face because he has one of his like fingernails that he bit off is now resting on the bridge of his nose, like a white crescent moon. And I'm just staring at it like, how on earth does a human being get a nail from their finger stuck to the bridge of their nose? And as I'm staring at him, his eyes are closed. He's wearing a bathing suit. He just goes. He licked his fingers like he was going to count money.
He's going to shoot a free throw.
What? No, he's a Jew, Joe. Come on. He's counting money for real, man.
I did a sketch about him because he was a producer on my show, Frank TV. And he was just trying to sign everybody on the show.
Listen, you're amazing. You're incredible. That impression you do of Mel Gibson is the best I've ever seen.
Barry, I'm already with you.
Next. I didn't even know.
He tried to sign. He goes, pizza delivery guy comes in. Man, you're incredible. You're amazing.
You have a certain je ne sais quoi.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, it's French for Jews live here.
Pizza Hut. I know you probably love your job, but hear me out. Hear me out on this.
This fucking plant.
But hear me out, Jay.
I'm listening.
What if I told you I could get you in a room with Papa John? What would you say to that? Would you stay at Pizza Hut or the Papa John, man? Papa. Look at that plant.
Okay,
Hold on. I don't even notice you a movie star. I don't even see you at that plant. Does that plant have representation?
I don't want to sign with Papa John. I don't want to meet Papa John, Barry.
Papa John is incredible.
Yeah, I don't want to meet him.
Shaquille O'Neal owns tons of Papa Johns.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to meet with them.
Why would you not want to meet? That's
because I love Domino's, you know.
Domino's, man. Those are just little blocks that you knock one over and they all go down. That's your career, man.
Frank, I have a gig for you. Are you sitting down? This is amazing. It's on just hear me out. It's on the Great Wall of China. They've never done comedy in a communist China, and he'll like compliment you, but somehow he takes a dig. Like, I don't know. They saw thousands of comedians, but they want you. It's crazy.
Listen,
it pays $1 million. Do you want it?
Are you going to take it? Will you take it?
Do you want it?
You want it?
Do you want it?
I want it.
That's tremendous, man. Have you ever flown a Learjet?
No, myself.
You've never flown a Learjet. Oh, I'll tell him. It's always some weird caveat at the end. Can you reassemble an AK-47 in total darkness in 9 seconds?
This is the one listen, I don't know if I should be telling you this or not, but I just got a call and Dane Cook has sold out Earth, the whole planet. They said it was unbelievable. They're adding a second show on Mars. The Red Planet. You're talking about red communist China. Next thing you know, he's selling out a different planet.
I like that. Put together a list of 75 impressions, and we've got him doing Barry Katz.
Then Jay Mohr blows out his knee in a wrestling room. What the hell? You know, it's unbelievable. I like when he gets really excited. He goes, "It's crazy. You marry the owner of the Lakers, and next thing you know, you're blowing out your knee in a wrestling room."
I
Man.
didn't even know it was possible.
He gave the toast at my second wedding, and he goes, "Jay, you're first class. Nikki, you're world class." You know when he over enunciates like he wants to.
I had a heart attack just now.
Nikki, you're world class.
The S at the end of class.
My favorite. Do you know what my favorite impression of yours is? I've commented it a few. Well. If it's, you know, they have a fucking water fountain. You put them in a cup. You went downstairs to get waters. This guy's don't let him go anywhere. Don't let this guy out of your sight, man. Thank you, Patrick. What's your last name, Patrick?
Keen.
Patrick Keen. You can see him on Instagram at Patrick Keen.
Keen of comedy.
Kean.
Keane.
Keane of comedy. Hit him up and
Very
say
funny
But do us a favor. Is he really?
Yeah.
Well,
He said that about
if
Blair.
he gets Joe involved, he
said
must
that.
be something.
Yeah, the only thing is he said that about Blair Sochi.
We went to the same high school.
Okay. That's we're done there.
That's the Blair Witch Project, man.
My favorite impression of you is Step Brothers, John.
John C. Reilly.
Oh my god.
That's one of those that it's just you find it and you didn't even know it was there. Yeah.
Well, I do this whole thing.
My chest pubes all the way down to my ball fro. Say that for me.
All the way down to my ball sack.
Ball fro.
Ball fro.
She sees me coming out. I can't do it. I'm trying to. She sees me and I'm standing there and she sees my chest fro all the way down to my ball fro. My chest pubes all the way down to my ball. I can't even say it. I'm fucking giggling. As Rich Voss would say, I stink. How about Rich Voss has the speech impediment, but he has certain words in his act that he can't say that he'll never rewrite. My daughter, you know how cheap I am? I owe my daughter $4 for Girl Scout cookies and I'm dodging her. It's like, say I'm avoiding her. You mealy mouth fuck, Rich.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Why? What do you want him to go get sushi?
Sushi, yeah, he does.
Have you seen Jim Norton's podcast at all?
A little bit.
The episodes with Jim Norton, Colin, Quinn, and Rich Voss is When I Die. I don't know if I want to play that on my way into the ether or I want that played at my funeral. It's just an hour and 10 minutes of best friends destroying each other. And Voss will tell some joke. He'll tell some joke. And Colin goes, "Oh, you're not in the same business as us. You should be handing out bowling shoes in South Jersey." Ugh.
So the John C. Reilly,
Yeah.
there's a whole thing I've done. People have probably seen it before, but there's a whole thing. The voices come from, and you know how to do this type of stuff. The Kermit the Frog, hi ho, Kermit the Frog, and Fozzie Bear, waka waka waka. Those things,
high, one's down here.
up here, and nasal, and in the throat. And if you take Kermit the Frog and you bring it down in the middle, it becomes John C. Reilly.
So I'm Kermit the Frog, and I bring it down, and
bring it down in the middle,
and
and keep it like a bubble right in the middle of your mouth.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you
so
go.
now I'm like John.
Right about a whole lot of lumps. Big Puma.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Rabbit.
So-
I've been so worried about him.
So get it in there, and then add some air, and it's Mark Ruffalo. I had no idea, So those voices in there, and if Paul Giamatti is Mark Ruffalo, too. I believe that is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Which
I've never known anybody as talented as you.
Yes, you have. Plenty.
No, who?
Tom Cruise,
Yeah, but Tom Cruise.
his
looks
brother Mark Cruise.
I'll bury that fuck Tom Cruise. Let me tell you something, Tom Cruise. He's dodging me. But Tom Cruise and all these actors, when you're on a set and you're going to go do a spot, they're always like, wait, what? Like, we're like these unicorns because we're not just actors. We get to go do this other thing. But what you get to do,
you do it all the time. You do this stuff.
Yeah, but I'm looking at you like, God damn.
No, we were listening to you and Will Sasso, and
I'm gonna go for a swim.
I'm gonna go for a swim. The
Joe with the 1 hour callback on. I'm gonna go for a swim.
That's what I'm here for.
and he goes into Jesse the body.
Yeah.
So that, and then I'm doing a couple things here, but when he did that, and then you did Penn, not Chris Penn, and you said gut, the word gut. It's certain
No, that was
words.
Keitel. He shot in the gut.
Oh, Keitel, good, Keitel. Yeah, good. And your Keitel was fantastic too.
Oh,
Good.
Let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet, gentlemen. What? But going to the pairing, that's Colin Quinn. It's the same eyebrows.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Is
Colin Quinn is this, and then all of a sudden, if I do the same face, I'm Harvey Keitel.
remember me? I'm from Remote Control. When he did that with when De Niro was on. Colin Quinn, Remote Control.
Colin Quinn, remote control.
So there's
the young Frank Caliendo.
You have to find those different things. You did Bill Walton, and I got to do Walton with Walton on games, and that was incredible to me because I did not like Bill Walton as a kid.
I hated
listening to it, and then when you meet him, you're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
and then you love him. And like when Bill Walton died, nobody talked about basketball. They only talked about him as a person.
And what a great life and how much he loved life.
How great is that? Enjoying the world as we sit here on this third rock from the sun, understanding where we are, the earth rotating on its axis. We know we are, as I sit here underneath this eucalyptus tree, debating whether Jerry Garcia has been the greatest or will be the greatest ever. Will I get that? Will I entertain the chance?
I sent him an email
Lou
once.
Williams misses the first free throw.
Well, Dave Pash, who was his partner, we've become really good friends. And Dave actually said during the broadcast, he's like, Frank, you've done something nobody else has ever done. I'm like, what's that? Gotten Bill to talk about basketball. Because I was going off on tangents, and Bill was like, we have to bring this back. We're going too far off. And Dave's like, this is what you do all the time.
Yeah.
But it was that.
I
was a
hated
surreal
Bill
moment.
Walton, and I said it. I was in Tempe. Wow, I mean, so many celebrity sports guys in Tempe. And Tom Tolbert was at my show, and I was like, I hate that guy. And he goes, oh, no. You got to picture
Tom Tolbert played by Al Pacino.
No. Oh, no. You got to picture Homer Simpson if he got his dream job announcing basketball. As he said, just picture if Homer Simpson got blessed with a second mic job. And then I also hated Clyde Frazier of the Knicks as an announcer. And he goes, no. You just picture him rubbing his hands together like he was swishing and dishing. It was a layup for the young neophyte. Like then I was like, oh, okay.
When you see people, you meet that happened to me with Tom Green years ago. I auditioned for Freddie Got Fingered,
fucking stupid,
and Harland Williams ended up getting the part. But Tom Green was like this subdued, real quiet. I always imagine, here's my father. We woke him up. And now I'm hitting him with pies. I thought that was what he's going to be like. He was just this regular
guy.
No, what do you got? What's on the paper? We got to
It's
do
just
it.
a list of your impressions.
Let's go through them. That's good. We got to do some.
I got to hear some Biden.
Folks, come on. When I was a young man, I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. 30, 40, 500, 600 AD. It's fall of the Roman Empire. The Romans. Folks, the Romans, Caesar, the salad guy, defeated by Mario and Luigi. Come on. They're
I love Dana Carvey's. It's no joke.
It's no joke.
Yeah, the no joke.
I'm not joking around here.
It's no joke. I'm sorry. What was the thing he said? Like, my mental acuity is so much I could fly. Years. It's like people
I say Trump has these
cocksuckers fucking completely. Look, I'm not Republican. I'm not some fucking liberal. So save your goddamn messages. Yeah, I think they both stink. Yeah. But the fact that like we had a zombie in the White House, like fuck FDR with polio. He was the picture of health.
Trump to me, his way of getting people are like, you don't do politics. No, but I talk about everybody in politics because everybody knows them. Yeah. Remember how I talked about Better Call Saul? Only a certain, as much as that's probably my favorite show, only a certain group of people know that show. Everybody knows Trump. Everybody knows Biden. Everybody knows the presidents. But they have a tell. Trump is, and everybody knows it. Like there's a group of people. Tremendous. I do quiet Trump. I do library Trump.
That's my favorite one.
There's a lot of books.
I call it bad breath Trump.
There's a lot of books.
He probably has that metallic taste in his mouth from not eating.
I've been sucking on a penny. I have zinc. You have zinc? Copper? Zinc? But we were reading books, and we use the Dewey Decimal System, but there's a lot of paper.
I'm almost as quiet as Jay Leno when he was on your show. Does anybody put less effort into something than Jay could roll out of bed?
Do you guys hear about this?
So I'm rolling down the hill. No, the sound engineer's gonna do.
So Trump's way of getting people on board. He's got like that 1950s. Big communist. It's almost like Norm Macdonald. Hey, oh my God, where did the guy?
Oh my God!
In the closet there. So
Hey, he's got AIDS. Oh no!
oh no, yeah, man. Yeah. So I so at the thing about Norm, I'm just going off on tangents right
it's
now.
great.
It's
We
the
love
Robin
it.
Williams theory. Who knew? But it was like
Cool.
and go
That
John,
Robin Williams is
also
astounding.
Jonathan Winters. But Norm could just say a single word, and it would be you're like that's incredible. How's that a normal word that anybody would say, or two words that wouldn't be funny? But you ever go to the grocery store? Like, why is that funny? Why is that funny? You're only at grocery store.
Delicatessen.
Yeah, the delicatessen. Yeah. So Trump's way of getting people on board, I do this in my, and everybody knows it. There's a
Because you want to
colleague
be
people-
left out. If everybody knows it,
Right, but that's what he does to get people on board.
It's Dale Carnegie stuff.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like
it's-
everybody knows it.
Everybody
Like,
knows.
everybody knows it. I don't want to be on the outside.
A lot of
So,
people
like,
are
I guess I
saying
agree with them.
A tremendous amount of people. Some of the best people, and even the bad people, the good people and the bad people.
So that's his, and then Biden's is the whisper follow up. So he'd be talking about he'd give you this or that proposition. It's not politics, it's science. It's science. It's science. It's not heat, it's humidity. It's humidity. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
And by the way, DiGiorno, the
If
number
I
one
can hop
homepage.
in, we mentioned DiGiorno. Have you told the president about Papa John's?
Oh man, that's unbelievable. What a callback.
Have you ever met a president?
Yeah, I did. I did a Trump with Trump way before he was president. I did a sketch for NFL on Fox where I was Trump next to Trump. That's a crazy story. We're at Trump Tower. I'm dressed as him. I look like Mini-Me. It's like,
I should call him Mini-Me.
by the way, Trump, not a political statement here, but
I should call,
he's like, throw me a freaking bone here, please. Say it's almost, and then if you burp during it, it's Robert Downey Jr. So you try and figure out which is which. So I'm dressed as Trump, and I didn't know what to think because I'd seen him on TV and stuff like that. I get there, and he's like, "You're wearing a blue tie. Do you want to wear a different tie? I'm wearing a pink tie. Do you want to get the pink tie?" So he goes, "We should wear the same tie. We should. It's funny, right?" So we're doing the sketch. It stops down. He's right. No, 100% right. But it's funny because he'd get on camera and he'd be just like, it's like he was reading the news, but he would be funny off the air. Like he'd be self-deprecating
Joe
and
on
stuff
this
like
podcast.
that. Yeah.
Tremendous. You're doing a great job. Do you do any other mimes? You do a great mime. Myself, Marshall, you're one of the best. And a lot of people could sit in a chair and they'd say, "Hey, how can I be on a podcast with Jay Mohr? He's a movie star." And I said, "I just want to be quiet. I don't want to say anything."
I can't believe what I'm watching.
But I don't even remember what I'm talking about. But see, that's the thing is I'll
Trump
just go
off camera.
Okay. He's like, it stops. And he looks around, is this good? Is this good? Is this funny? And everybody's like, yes, Mr. Trump, it's fantastic. Mr. Trump, it's great. Mr. Trump is like, wait. Does anybody ever tell you something isn't good? He goes,
No, Frank, that's part of the problem. I can't get real answers.
and that's when I was like, you should run for president. He's like,
What?
I didn't say that.
Did I say
But don't
that?
you think like we endear ourselves to these mega celebrities? So we're like, well, that's good job with that take. That stunk. Like we'll tell them. Oh, I don't know. You're a sweeter guy than me.
People always ask me about you, and they ask me about different people. One of the things that I admire about you is your ability to do antagonistic comedy. Like you can go into somebody and you can pull. I think it's the East Coaster in you.
For sure.
It's you can go. I almost like seeing you online and how you are. You're very different than how you were when I first knew you. Because I'd see, like, I remember calling you one time and we're in the middle of a conversation and you hung up and I'm like, are we done? I didn't even know what's happened here.
Yeah, I was kind of a dick.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know. I
well
just thought
documented. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've heard. But I just thought you were crazy.
It's in my file.
It was one of those things where I didn't even.
She don't listen to me. I'm high.
But I didn't know. I just thought, wow, this guy's a genius, like a crazy genius. He doesn't know. But then I see all the stuff you're doing now, and even seeing you in the hallway, and your eyes are open. That was a big plus. And it was just a different feeling, and just a feeling of positivity, which I think, for you to know that's coming from you. I always felt like a weird I don't want to say negative, but there's your ability to use antagonism to get stuff out of people, just jab at people. I think is a great thing. I'm sure you can still do it.
But it's a defense mechanism. Words are my moat. I can keep you on that side of the moat by pushing, or I can pull you, love bomb you, and pull you in. Like, isn't this great? Isn't this great? But also, if you at the Boston Comedy Club in the Village, it was me, Bill Burr, Patrice.
Yeah. I had to follow Patrice one time. He was supposed to do 15, did about hour and 15.
Yeah,
and I went up after that.
People, am I right, guys?
He was just sitting there holding the mic like slightly, and it was dangling as he's just sitting there. He was chewing on something in his mouth, and he was just telling stories, and it was the most compelling. And then I got up there, puppet time without puppets. I'm trying. The first 10 minutes in my own show was me trying to get the audience.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is unreal.
I would say the fastest way out of show business is to go over your time.
Not if you're brilliant.
But he's Patrice.
Right.
But like if an opener on the road does 35 and he's supposed to do 30, it's like I'm going to tell him, and if he does it again, I don't want this guy in the show. Like you're out.
Right.
You're out. Like I can't be backstage going, why aren't I on stage right now? Because I am a prima donna. Almost Pacino. But the thing was like you come up with like it's me, Burr, Keith Robinson, Voss, Colin, Chappelle, Patrice. Like every night was just look at this fucking guy, ba-ba. And then you take that with you to the West Coast, not applicable.
Right,
Doesn't.
yeah, very different.
I almost did Bill Maher. Everything's condescending, and it all happened over my shoulder. I never did that before. It's great. That was fun. I just discovered that.
Yeah,
everything's condescending, and it all happened back there.
I like over my shoulder's the line. Over this shoulder.
Over my shoulder.
Yeah.
You want to know why you lost, liberals? Because it's all the way back there over my shoulder.
That's the beginning of it. I get a little more crinkle in it, and that's that
But
look.
you have to tilt your head.
Selling.
You know what he does a lot? I noticed he does like that smack that like women do when they're having like a coffee clutch. Like, wow, my fucking tooth just flew. My tooth just flew out of my head when I did Bill Maher's smack. Yeah, well, the emperor has no clothes at all, huh, people?
And that's when they realized Jay Mohr was just a really weird robot.
Somebody poured water on Jay Mohr. I can't get out of Pacino now. All right.
It's
When you
stuck.
do it as me, you fucking
Give us the fireworks ending. We're getting the
When you do it as me,
They're telling us we got to get off of this.
We got 5 minutes left.
We got to go, Sonny. I think we'll go when we're
Colin.
ready to go.
I got
We're
this
going to
big
go.
list of all your impressions. You're very dynamic. You know?
Let's see if we can do something.
Did you see Colin New York Story?
Mm-mm.
It's on Netflix. It's incredible. My wife. It's one of those things that came out 10 years ago, and you're so happy you just discovered it. And I
really?
wish I never saw it so I could discover it again. When he's talking about New Yorkers, people say we're rude. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
He goes, I hope you see it so we can talk about it. He goes, people say New Yorkers are rude. People say, why aren't I doing the impression? People say New Yorkers are rude, but we're not rude. We're nice. We're nice because we're rude, If I'm online and it's a long line and the guy in front of me, I hope he's quick. You go to the front to get your pizza slice. You're like, come on, give me a slice. And you get out of the line. But, if there's a guy, if the guy in the line going, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Everybody behind him in line is like, oh, this fucking guy, What are you?
I'm not even going to laugh because that's a really great impression. I'm kind of.
Frank's got the Frank seal of approval.
You know what I just realized? Colin Quinn and Jim Norton are close to being the same person.
Very close.
Yeah.
I don't think they know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big, when you hear them different, but when I hear Jay Mohr in the middle of it, mediating between
He stinks and I don't like him. Yeah.
I don't know which one that is.
Well, that was
Jim.
That was Jim.
That was Jim.
Love
Yeah.
getting the game, Frank. Then there's Joe with his fucking class picture day shirt on. Anyway.
Wow.
It was Colin, but yeah, Colin, Norton, and Voss.
And Voss is close too, fairly close.
Voss's tell is he says something and he doesn't want you to get him back, so he'll say, "That's because you stink." Listen to me. He goes, "Listen to me." Like that's his stiff arm. So like when he says that, you kind of pause and then he loads up again.
Well, even going back to tells, you were talking about Bill Maher. When he does stand up, or when he does I shouldn't say stand up, but when he does a monologue, he does the Leno, Carson, even Letterman thing, where step forward on the joke.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And Leno
if there's
is also
a
the head bob.
single sound of applause, full stop, everybody else get in here and applaud.
Yeah.
It's almost unbearable on real time.
That's
Because
really
as soon as somebody
finding it.
claps, he stops, and they all clap like lemmings that they are. And it all happened over my shoulder.
I'm glad I was here for this. I'm going to get an assist.
Yeah, for sure. Frank, I'm so... All right.
We got to run through the
stop.
fireworks ending. You got
Sorry. Jon Gruden, Charles Barkley.
I tell you what, Spider 2Y Banana, just call him off. See if we can do
George
it, man.
W. Bush.
That's the one we're just trying to get to, man. Keep calling them off. I don't want to
Seth
talk that long
Rogen.
as each guy. Which one?
Seth Rogen.
I didn't even know I could do that.
Nicholson.
Listen here, you should have had Kevin Pollak do more of it.
Leo DiCaprio.
You know, 5 years ago, when I first started at Stratton Oakmont, I had no idea.
Owen Wilson.
Wow, that is really, really great. Took me a second to get into that one.
Denzel.
That's all I can do. Keep going, because I got nothing
Jeff
else for them.
Goldblum.
Yes, we're going for voice to voice. We are. Call them out faster, so I don't have to keep
Tom Hanks.
talking. Wilson! I don't even really do that.
Mark Wahlberg.
I guess I could do that kind. It's just like you did.
Ian McKellen.
You shall not pass. That's all I can
Danny
do.
DeVito.
Hold on, I don't really do it.
Jersey Mike's.
I don't know. Keep going. I don't really do
Woody
that.
Harrelson.
Oh, you saw that one that somebody saw the Batman one. I can't do Willie.
You got to do Tracy Morgan.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a doo-doo pamper.
So what I do is I take in my act.
Vince Vaughn.
I could really do something like that. In my act, and Patrick, we were writing this because we were bringing it out.
Oh,
I've done
fuck,
this
you're
bit
great.
for the longest time, but Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption, so serious, that movie, even the music serious.
Good old
but it's-
Andy.
Yeah, Andy Dufresne. But you can make the movie a comedy just by changing one thing. Instead of Red, the character being played by Morgan Freeman, he's played by Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just the way it was. It's Shawshank.
He swam through a river of shit to get out the other side. And then he got her pregnant.
That's Rita Hayworth. Look
and
at that
Gail
poster.
King can get it too.
Hey, Rita,
SNL 50.
I want to put a baby in you.
I'm going to put a baby in Rita Hayworth. Jay Mohr, I'm not lying.
I'm not lying,
He goes,
Jay.
I was at that party last night. Kim Kardashian ass need my face in it. And Gail King can get it too. I had to piece together that Gail King was also at the party. Frank Caliendo, we got to go see him at the Paramount Theater in
Aurora, which is right outside of Chicago.
That's where they did Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Party on. FrankOnStage.com get you the tickets there. I'm Tampa, and then Minneapolis. I'm going to add Minneapolis. Acme, one of the shows sold out. Going to add another one there, but that Paramount Theater in Aurora is a big one.
Yeah, Paramount Theater in Aurora, and anything you post, if you invite me as a collaborator for the Paramount, I'll put it on mine. I know a lot of program guys up in that way, so I think maybe I can get them. I'm good for a couple, maybe 4, 6, 7.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a lot of drugs.
I was trying to think.
Our time is up, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, that's why I'm chewing the gum.
Yeah, even if he doesn't have it.
No gum. It's invisible, but I'm an actor.
Look, I understand. Look, I understand you enjoy the podcast, but we have to be done. An hour is up, and I lose the goddamn studio.
Producer Bendis,
Bang!
great job. That's
Bang!
that's the end. We gotta
Bang!
go. We gotta go.
He told Donald Trump to be president.
We gotta go.
Frank Caliendo's the reason we're in this mess. Fentanyl, homeless, the goddamn camps. Thank you, Frank.
Folks.
Jay Mohr's my uncle.